Hi folks! Today the category is Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, which features a quintet of very strong performances this year, the first of which belongs to Javier Bardem in Beautiful. This nomination was a bit of a surprise, but not entirely unexpected. Bardem's name has been in the Best Actor discussion ever since the film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival last May, but still it's not very often that a foreign language performance can break through with this mostly American Academy, so the nomination was never a sure thing. In the film, Bardem plays a terminally ill man living on the wrong side of the law in order to make ends meet and provide for his two children. It's a very nuanced, quiet performance, but one underlain by tremendous emotion. It's not hard to see why the actors in the Academy appreciate it. However, the film is a challenging art house picture that probably has not been seen by enough Academy members to even give Bardem an outside shot at winning. Good for him on managing a nomination. It's one that he can be proud of, but not one that's going to win. The second nominee is Jeff Bridges for his turn as the whiskey-swigging, one-eyed U.S. Marshal Rooster Cogburn in the Coen brothers' True Grit. The character was first immortalized in 1969 by John Wayne in the role that brought him his Academy Award, but Bridges does well to make the character his own. This is a really fun performance to watch. He chews the scenery with a gruff voice and a distinctive swagger, but we can still see how his character has a sweet heart beating beneath that scraggly exterior. It's a showy performance, the type that attracts award nominations, and even wins them, but Bridges won't win for the simple fact that he already won just last year. He's obviously a beloved veteran, adored throughout the industry, but I can't imagine they're that anxious to award him a second Oscar so soon after his first. The third nominee, my personal favorite of the bunch, is Jesse Eisenberg in The Social Network, in which he plays programming prodigy and Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, or at least some rendition thereof. I don't know if the real Mark Zuckerberg is at all like the way Eisenberg portrays him in the film, and frankly, I don't care. What's important is that the character we see Eisenberg embody is a fascinating one. I loved the attention that he paid to seemingly inconsequential mannerisms like his body language and vocalization. It is a terrific performance, and I'm glad to see him nominated, but he isn't going to win. Eisenberg is still a very young actor with a long career ahead of him, and this category usually tends to go to someone a little more established, someone like, say, Colin Firth, who's nominated this year for his wonderful performance as King George VI in The King's Speech. You would be foolish to bet against him on Oscar night, because he is going to win. He's a well-liked member of the industry who's put in his time and paid his dues and plays a real-life person in a popular, prestigious Best Picture nominee. It just checks off all the boxes. This is to say nothing of the performance itself, which is a great piece of work. He does the stammering very well, but more importantly, he plays George VI as an authentic, real human being, instead of just as an easily imitable public figure. Congratulations to Mr. Firth. He is this year's winner of Best Actor. But we still have one more nominee to discuss, and that would be James Franco, who's actually co-hosting the Oscar telecast this year with Anne Hathaway, and he's been nominated for his virtuoso performance in 127 Hours, in which he plays Aaron Ralston, who famously cut off his own arm in order to free himself from the canyon where he was trapped for 5 harrowing days. The film is basically a one-man show for Franco. He's in the whole thing, mostly by himself, and he absolutely nails it. He's got energy and screen presence to spare, but also a great deal of subtlety to see him through a very gradual character arc. It truly is an actor's showcase, and in another year he may possibly have won for this performance. But there's no dethroning Colin Firth this year. He is the king of the castle, everyone else is just a pretender to the throne. Come back on Monday when I'll be kicking off the week with a look at Best Visual Effects.